And we're recording. All right. So which one was that? Man refuses to give up seat to woman. I think I typed man. Was it a man? Yeah, it was a man. So the article I sent you, I just wanted to bring it up real quick just to see, because maybe it'll, I don't know, maybe people will find it irritating. I don't know. I don't believe you should give up seats though, unless, don't get me wrong, if I'm doing okay and I see someone who's pregnant or something, I'm going to give up my chair. That's just me. I give it up. I hold doors. I do that kind of stuff. But I don't think crowds should actually judge a guy for sitting in a chair that's not giving it up to someone else. They don't know. I've had 2 ankle surgeries, and I'm in pain a lot of the time. They don't know what that person just went through.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really a law. It's just one of those society things that you're supposed to. I think it was just to give up in case it was a really crowded train car, something like that. Then you would give up your seat to a woman and you would hold the handrail, I guess. I don't know. I never lived in a city like that, so I don't know.
I never liked people enough.
Like you said, if it's somebody that's older, can't stand, or a pregnant woman or something, sure. Even a man that's like on crutches, yeah, you can give up your seat.
Yeah, yeah, to someone who looks like they need it more.
But
But
I mean, if you're a 21-year-old, why am I giving my seat to you?
unless they're one of the things you said earlier,
Yeah,
like crutches.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Just some 21-year-old woman walks on. Why should I give up my seat?
So I think what it was. Oh, I remember what the article was. It was a guy who had front row of the airport. There's a term for that spot, but he was
No
tall.
priority.
No, there's like bulkhead or something. I don't know. I think it's
Oh, okay.
something like that. Part don't matter. But there's no seats front of them, and so they had the longer leg room. And the wife and husband were separated on the plane, and he refused to give up his spot so the husband can come move up there. Um, and she had a kid. I think she had a kid. She was pregnant. I don't know that part. Actually, that part doesn't really matter because he refused to give up his seat, and then he felt guilty about it later, and then went to Reddit or one of those shithole sites to ask an opinion. Which he's an idiot right there. I was with him until he did that,
Yeah.
and then, but I don't think he did because he was taller, and none of the like. I'm lucky. I'm short, so I just flew back and Angie and I were joking about it because we're so short. We're like, this is awesome. But you see other tall people who are like, they look like the letter C because they're bent over
Yeah.
and everything. And so I can see, no pun intended, where if he's taller, why should he give up his seat for the husband? I mean, he planned to be there. So I flew Southwest, and
Oh, I love Southwest. They're the one that never assign seats.
yeah, so I didn't know how I was going to feel. I haven't flown in a long time, in 3 years.
I always take the farthest back row.
Oh, that's right. You told me about that. Yeah. And actually, I thought of you when we were coming back because I'm like, well, maybe that's what we should do too. Because, well, we went down with 2 other couples, and it's 3 rows or 3 seats, and then aisle and 3 seats, just
Hmm.
like in the
Yeah.
one we were in. And so it worked out, couple, and then half a couple, and a couple. So we could all talk back and forth to each other. And when the first time getting on the plane, I'm like, oh, this isn't too bad because I was like A7, so I mean I got my pick of
Yeah.
the
One of the
litter
first
pretty
ones on.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then on the way back I was like B29, still not a problem. At that point, Angie and we just sat somewhere else. We didn't worry about going all the way across. We could have if we went further back, but the our other two groups were in front of us, so they already sat down. I wasn't going to say, hey, get your ass up, go to the back. I was going to sleep anyways. um, but I found out Southwest, if you hook onto their Wi-Fi but you don't pay for it, you still have access to TV and stuff. So Angie and I watched Prices Right and then Friends reruns. It worked out good. I gave her one earbud and I took an earbud. But that's not the point. So so I'm thinking to myself, it's like, so one of the things we learned is check in right away because then you get to the board and you get that A spot if you are concerned about that. And
We always do pre-boarding.
yeah, oh yeah. Well, I think that's what it
You get
is.
the
The
board
check in.
24 hours before.
Yeah,
So
that's
usually you get an A. We've always had an A group.
yeah, that's what we did. It's well, we didn't. The person who arranged the tickets and stuff did it for us, but that's what she did. She got on, and so we got the earlier tickets, and then and that way check in everything was easier. But well, that's the other cool thing with Southwest too. This is getting off rails already. But this other thing with Southwest that's cool too is they let you check on 2 bags. That's pretty cool, I thought. But
What's
yeah,
one and then a personal item?
um, I thought
That
they
second bag is sometimes they call that a personal item.
you're thinking carry on.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking check bags?
Well, I did it
I
on the
never
way
check
down.
shit.
I
I never check
Oh
anything.
my I had to do the zipper thing that expanded my pack even more. So
Nah.
I'm like, screw it. Angie's already checking on her suitcase of nothing but shoes. I'm gonna check on my shit too. It and plus we went with friends and stuff, so we just hung out and talked and stuff. But the and I bought another bag, so that one I carried on. But yeah, going down, I had my whole trip in one bag. It was awesome, but nothing extra was going in there without being checked in. But yeah, I'm off the subject. So it's so so I don't know if he flew Southwest. I didn't read the article that much. I didn't really give a crap. Obviously, I did because I'm talking about it. But the I'm assuming it was a situation like that or something because someone even has asked us in the past, like 3 years ago when I went. Someone asked if not us, but someone behind us if we'd move, and that person's like, no. And you know what? I didn't blame them. They planned poorly. Um, Now, if I don't actually care, and someone would have came up to me and said, "Hey, I just want to sit by my husband or my wife," and I
Yeah,
don't,
whatever.
if I don't care, I'm gonna move. But for the tall guy, I don't think I would. If I was him, I would have done what he did. I would not have moved. I'd been like, you know what? I need this leg room because I saw how people were on there. I had this really big dude next to me, and he was bumping me constantly. So, when we got on over our layover, I got smarter about it. I sat by the window. Angie sat in the center because in my head, I'm like, okay, if it's just a girl, a guy might sit by her. But if it's a husband and wife and she's the one they're going to sit by, I bet you a girl sits by her. And sure enough, this older lady who was skinny sat down, and we had all the room in the world. So my brain was working well that day.
I like the back row because there's nobody behind you.
You know, I didn't get kicked at all. It wasn't bad.
That's nice.
I'm
And if you're in the back
surprised.
row, a lot of times you can sweet talk the flight attendants into something a little extra.
Oh, wait, are we still talking about snacks and drinks?
Well, yeah, because you're the last one they do, and sometimes if they have extra, you're like, hey, just like when the last time we went to Vegas, the woman in the row in front of us was like, hey, I really like those brownie cookie things. He's like, I got you. Hands are like 5 bags.
You missed where I was going. I'm kind of ashamed of you. Sweet talking to something else.
Yeah, I always get the men, so
Oh, well, I don't judge.
I'm just saying. It's not my. I'm not in that frame of mind at the time.
That's not part of your
I'm just hungry and
itinerary.
thirsty. Yeah, no. Wait till we land. But
Yeah,
yeah, that's. And then on the way back, we had the same group of people going back in the same rows and the same seats and everything in the back.
we got on and I thought about you. I'm like, well, I'm like B30 or something. I'm like, well, that's still enough where let's just go to the back and we'll get all the rows. And I didn't transition that across enough, so
And the only problem with the back is your last one's off, but who gives a shit,
it wouldn't have mattered. A couple
Yeah,
rows.
it
So
never matters.
we were in the wing area, and a couple in front of us took so long that everyone else was just ready to go.
Yeah,
So as soon as they finally got off, we just went right out the thing.
we don't even stand up for 20 minutes in the back. You're like, whatever, we're just chilling. Because you got those people that are like midway to the back. As soon as the plane lands, they're standing up. It's like you're not
Yeah,
going anywhere anytime soon. Chill out.
yeah, I like the
They
ones
think they
that.
think if they're standing already, they can like dart out. Not gonna happen.
Yeah, it's not like a movie theater when you're leaving.
No,
It's
it's
row
not.
by
No,
row.
it's
I was
you're
am-
gonna get screwed.
I was amazed how many people were like that. And but you know what? People put them in their place politely.
Yeah,
But I heard someone actually go, "It's row by row," like actually say that to somebody.
I mean, again, that's not. I don't think that's a rule, but it's just one of those
I think it was.
understood things.
I think Southwest said it at one point.
Do it? Well, we're in the back. We don't get announcements, but we're kind of like the jungle back there. You don't want to come back there. That's no rules in the
Oh, I
back.
I could hear it. There was points where people were hackling so loud. I was like, "Oh my god, what the hell's going on back there?"
Oh, the mask mandate? Yeah, that didn't necessarily apply to the back row.
Yeah.
They
I
ain't
heard
nobody looking back here.
I heard that depended on the flight though. I heard there was some flights where like air stewardess people or whatever,
Air
they
stewards,
they some of them took that power a little too literally and were just hunting for people.
and a lot of times They got a lot of fighting them in the morning, but if you go in at night like we did, and we were late as hell, I think our flight was supposed to leave at 7, it left at midnight.
Ooh.
So they were just ready to be done with everything, so they're not gonna care.
Yeah, I heard it really depended on who you got because one of the people we went with mentioned that they were so bad that like their kid was falling asleep and the mask was coming off, and she would come over and actually wake everyone up to be like, "They got to bring the mask up," like just be a dink about it. So when the kid finally fell asleep, they just took the mask off the kid and just put a blanket over its head so she couldn't see, like not a smothering blanket, yeah, it was just insane. And Scott has left the building. Holy cow, did I offend him that bad?
What the fuck?
Apparently, I did not offend him that bad. He is back.
Oh, all of a sudden my computer went to sleep mode.
Yeah, you just dropped off. Are you not plugged in?
I am plugged in.
That was funny. All of a sudden, I filled up the screen and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I'm plugged in. What the hell?
I'm,
Suddenly
s-
just went into sleep mode. I've never done that before.
like, sorry, I offended you with the blanket over the kid's head.
That would not have offended me. I would probably prefer it.
That's
Although
why
I've never had a problem with kids on planes.
there was one kid crying its ass off on the plane we were on, but it was so far back, you had to listen to it.
Yeah,
There's so much like ambient noise on a plane that
yeah.
unless that kid's next to you, it is kind of hard to hear the kid. Um,
I can't sleep on a plane either.
so a couple times I was almost out, and something happened that we hit a little bit of turbulence. I'm like, oh, I'm awake now.
Funny because that last flight we took on the way back to Milwaukee, the pilot's like, "So, we're gonna try and fly over this storm, and miss it." And then like 10 minutes later, it's nothing but lightning and stuff. He's like, "Yeah, guess what? The storm just kind of sat there, so we're gonna have to go through it." Like, here we go, baby.
Yeah, Milwaukee. I have been. Well, I've been strip searched there. This trip, I ponytailed all my hair back, and I'm pasty from winter, so I didn't look like the person I normally look like. And I had well, I just trimmed my beard when I got back, but it wasn't as long as it normally is. But longer than this. And I get up to show my license and pass to go through the TSA area, and I have a soda in my hand I forgot about. And they're like, "You can't bring that in here." I'm like, oh, okay. And I said something about, "Oh yeah, I kind of expected you would say that," and I didn't mean it like I expected them to say it. It was a dumb way of me saying, "Oh yeah,
I
no,
fucked up. Yeah,
I fucked up, no big deal. I'll throw it away." And I handed it to Angie, and she threw it in the garbage can that was right behind her. No big deal. And she looks at me and she goes, "Then why did you even bring it?" And I just wanted to look at her and go, "Why the fuck do you care? Just tell me to throw it away. Am I arguing with you?"
I thought they lifted that liquid thing.
You can't bring drinks, like sodas on. That's way over 3.2 ounces. I don't.
Was it sealed?
No, no, I was drinking it.
Oh, you're drinking on it.
Yeah, but I didn't say anything. I looked at her and I went, because I'm dumb. I'm a man. And then I just went through. I'm like, that's what she obviously wanted to hear, the feministic piece of. Yeah, I was like, everybody in the group with women and guys, they were all kind of like, okay, but yeah, because we all had a drink. It was super early in the morning. Like our flight left at, I don't even know. All I know is we had to leave the hotel at 5:30 to get to the airport, which was like a quarter of a mile away. We stayed at the courtyard right by the hospital or the airport in Milwaukee, and then we met our friends there. They drove from Antioch. They didn't stay the night. Angie and I had to come from Green Bay, so we're like, screw that. I'm not. We weren't getting up that early. We know ourselves. In fact, we missed the shuttle. The hotel had to call us an Uber. We missed it by
I
3 minutes.
I love early morning flights. It makes you think you're like escaping.
Oh, I was escaping. I was escaping
Let's get
freaking
out of here.
Wisconsin. I'm actually, I don't even have much of a tan. I didn't even get sunburnt. I'm surprised because it was like mid to upper 80s the whole time we were down there, and we walked everywhere, and I didn't get sunburnt. I was pretty shocked, which sucks because I'm back to pasty Wisconsin where I don't have the air or the heat running. It gets a little hot, but an hour later it's cold in your house. I have a sweatshirt on right now.
I wasn't gonna mention it, but it does. It's a lovely shade of bitch.
It is a lovely shade of bitch, but I accent it with the green Lucky Charm shirt underneath. So
Yeah.
yeah, It's you're upstairs though. You're on a second floor. I have a feeling it's considerably warmer where you are than it is where I am.
And you know how hot I get.
Well, yeah. Plus that also. Yeah, and you're further south than me.
Yeah, much.
Yeah, even though lately you've been colder than me. It which has been really weird. I don't get that. Well, no, I'm just as close to the lake as you are.
Who knows? The fucking world's coming to an end. Who cares?
That's true. I think it actually ended already.
We just haven't fallen over.
Pretty much. It's now we're just on a big round spaceship spiraling through the universe. What do you expect? It, yeah, so yeah, that's airplanes for you. Yeah,
I don't
something.
mind. I don't mind flying. It's not a big deal.
No, actually, I liked it. I mean, I prefer they'd put brakes on the Southwest airplanes instead of doing it Flintstone style. But I suppose when you're slamming it down that hard, that stops half the momentum
I
right
think
there.
that's every plane. I've rode Delta too, and that's even worse. I'll never not fly Southwest.
I will. I'm happy with Southwest for now, but
Well, they all got. I mean, things that you're gonna whine about, but Delta's fucking sardine can nightmare hell.
I think I flew Delta going to North Carolina, but that was a bigger plane though. No, that was a smaller plane. That was 2 seats because Kendall and Angie sat on one side and I sat on the other with Ross. I don't know. I just felt like those are smoother landings. I swear it was kind of like it's kind of like watching an airplane where he's like, or no, it wasn't airplane. It was Hot Shots Part 2, where Charlie Sheen's flying the jet and John
Yeah.
Cryer Walleye is calling,
Yep.
and then he's like, "Yeah, just bank it a little bit here," but he's just in a freaking spiral drop. I love that.
Those movies are awesome.
They were good. I like John Cryer and Charlie Sheen together, even in Two and a Half Men. Even though I'll admit, when Kushner took over, I did not know what to expect. I still enjoyed it. It wasn't as good. Like I watch in syndication now, and I'm like, yeah, Charlie Sheen was better. But I'll give Ashton Kutcher a little credit. I didn't dislike it. All right, it was better than if I disliked it. I don't know what the hell I'm saying. It wow, that you see, I stayed on track though. I did kind of go off the rails at the end there, but that was plane related for a second. Yeah, so Dreamcast. I should have my phone out because all I read was they're talking about the mini console again. What do we got
I
here?
thought those were done after PlayStation's flamed out.
So did I. I don't
I
know.
don't know
It
how
came.
Sega's did.
I think Sega started out bad, but I think it was one of those slow burns.
Hmm.
I think it ended up doing all right, but nothing to write home about. Not like Nintendo's did. It's funny in my news feed because I'm looking for that Sega thing. It says 17 unbreakable rules of flight etiquette. Guess what? I will not be reading.
Your phone was listening to you yet again.
It's always listening to me.
Flight etiquette, kiss my balls. Just get me there.
Well, it's not on here anymore. Apparently,
They're
though.
they're making a mini Dreamcast.
Well, that's what they're saying. I don't know if it's true though, because you know what So it started out as a rumor, and then everyone started like talking about it as if it was actually said, and Sega had not said anything. And then Sega did end up saying something, but didn't say they were doing it. So then it snowballed even further, which I think Sega did intentionally just to kind of get the feel for it. Which, to be honest with you, if Sega made a Dreamcast, a mini Dreamcast, I think it would actually do very well.
Well,
But
like Sony though, you got to the right games. That's all it takes.
yeah, the Sony one was actually pretty well made, but the game sucked.
Yeah.
You could hack it to put very easily too to put games on it. But to be honest, yeah, Sony PlayStation One was so easy to emulate that if anyone was going to do that, why wouldn't you just use your computer and just call it a day? Plus, to be honest with you, looking back at it, it's kind of like the N64. Sony had better games. Don't get me wrong, but we've talked about the N64 in the past, where what's good on it?
Very few of them have aged well.
Well, whatever has aged well, where can you play it? All right, Mario Kart 64 was great, but you know what? Let's face it, 8 is better.
Yeah, it is. It's like the ultimate package.
Yeah. I mean, what else did it had? Mario World. Well, I guess that ship has sailed. That's on Switch now, also.
64.
Uh, the I always say Mario World. Is it Mario 64 or Mario World?
Mario 64. Mario World's on Super NES.
Yes, I do that all the time. Mario 64 is on. Yeah. And then you got Galaxy, that's on. Well, it was the 3-pack. Had that Wii game on it too.
Yeah, but I don't know. I this whole because PlayStation got their Game Pass equal thing coming out,
Yep.
and there's gonna have all the PS1, PS2. I look back on that era, and there's not much that I would revisit.
Not unless they can get SOCOM fired back up.
And that's I would not I would like a new SOCOM.
I would probably play some of the olds. I wouldn't mind seeing, well, new
The very first
SOCOM,
one on
but
two.
with those maps.
Oh, like an upgrade with those same maps.
A remaster, I guess you could say.
Okay, graphical upload. Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Like a true remaster, not a just, we just copy and pasted this shit over. If you're
Oh,
going
like
to
they
do
did
that,
with
just call it a classic.
Demon Souls, where they just rebuilt it from the ground up.
Yeah, well, I mean, they can use code. I don't know, like every time you get a new Madden, it's the same Madden. They're just copying and pasting and putting new skins on it.
But
That's
sometimes they miss stuff and they have
yeah,
they have last year's Madden 19 in the background. Wait,
yeah.
what?
I heard this last one they did was just a train wreck.
What do you think's gonna keep happening? They're just gonna keep slapping a new sticker on it.
Well, what's going to happen? And so Chris and I played Sniper 5 last night. We didn't
Yeah.
stream it because that's why I couldn't start recording till 8 tonight was because I gave my mom my monitor, and I realized crap I don't have a monitor, so I had to find a monitor and hook it up. But so we didn't stream it last night. But it's the game's fun. I like it. So far so good. But there's a couple glitches here and there. But one thing I noticed that really is worrisome is that stupid battle pass. You can buy the year battle pass or whatever
Oh
they
yeah.
call it.
Yep.
And they did that with Call of Duty and
Halo got rocked by that.
yeah, all those fucking things. And if I can still play it like I played Sniper 4 or Sniper Elite 4, I don't care about the battle pass. Put it on there, I don't give a crap. But if I have to buy that to play it online, then I'm done. That Rebellion just lost that sale to me.
Well,
Maybe I'm nobody to them. It don't matter.
but there's a lot of you like that because well, it's the future of gaming right there.
It's I mean, it sucks to buy something that you can't play. Which is
Well, even if all these games that are being free now, they're only gonna be like a third of a game.
yeah, because you have to buy the skins and stuff. Well, so Fortnite. Well, I told you my nightmare about Fortnite where
Yeah.
it was so difficult to get into the game, I just stopped trying. But Fortnite, I'll give credit. You can truly play Fortnite for free after you get through the barrage of
To
asking.
an extent. But if you want to get anywhere,
It's well, Fortnite, you don't have to have that stuff to win. You're kind of on equal grounds a little bit.
yeah. But Fortnite is predating this
Yeah, they're
thing.
getting their money off the skins, and that I'm
So
okay with because I don't need the skins. But it's the games that you have to pay to
yeah.
play that I'm against.
Well, they're taking the cell phone game model and just gonna be like, okay, put it on a console.
Yeah, and that bothers me.
You can only get so far. Oh, you want to go farther? Well, my friend, you're gonna need to buy more currency and this gun that you can only get via your VIP pass for a year.
Yeah, you must have got angry. Look how red you turned.
Now, what the hell happened there?
The anger. Feel the anger. Oh my god, we'll save that for the next episode.
What
Obi-Wan.
the fuck is this? Oh, why you have problems?
You'll find out next episode. It stick on
I
second
don't know why
here.
the light is so shitty. The hell?
Yeah, you turn red. I like the red to be honest with you.
Seeing red again.
You need to have
It's not
the
so bad.
there we go. We'll brighten this bitch up in here. You need to have the Iron Man gauntlet like I got.
Woohoo! Oh yeah, that thing.
Yeah. Yeah, the kids got me for my birthday. They got me baby Grogu. Where is he? Learning
Oh,
his.
another Grogu. Jeez. Oh.
I like these things. Doing the Force. I like the ones that light up and stuff. And then they got me. I gotta turn that light off. Damn it! It's in pulse mode. There we go. And then they got me you ever see those metal TIE fighters or anything where you buy them in sheets and then you fold them and put them together, but they're all metal?
I think so.
They're really thin. They got me R2D2. I gotta drink a little bit before I put that together, though. Holy crap, it's so intricate, and I already I've shaked since I was a little kid,
Yeah.
so um, I'll have to have something to take the nerves off a bit. But yeah, I gotta put that thing together. But yeah, where the hell was I even going with that? Oh, because I was the Iron Man Gauntlet. See, damn it, I'm distracted. Sega Dreamcast. So yeah, I don't know if the mini's really gonna happen or not, or if they're just starting rumor again.
Enough with the minis. Just put it on something.
Actually,
Since you already got a deal with Nintendo to put the Genesis games on the Virtual Console, put Dreamcast on there.
I I don't know if the Switch can handle it because they're running an emulator to do all that stuff, from what I understand.
You know, they need to either shit can the online console shit or do something good with it because I'm really getting tired of this nonsense.
Oh, they just charged me for my yearly $20, and I forgot it was on there. And I'm like, shit, I'm still paying for this.
Hey, they trickled out 2 new games last month. Then you'll never play in your life. You're like, what is this garbage?
Yeah, I went to go do the N64 one just out of curiosity. And it's like, oh, by the way, we want to jerk up your membership. I'm like, no. I own more cartridges of N64 than I ever care to even play.
Well, they started off solid with that one. Like the first group was good, and then you look at the next ones, you're like, okay, you're doing the same shit you were with the Super Nintendo and the NES.
Well, I'm not paying for the Sega either
Yeah,
on there. I mean, I have all the Sega games I want to play. And to be honest, I don't even play them that much. I have a library of games for the Xbox that I'm never gonna touch. Christ, I don't even touch my PS4 anymore. And now I got now I bought those 2 games for the Switch that were I don't want to call them homebrews. They're not homebrews, but they're kind of independent developers.
yeah.
And I haven't had time to play those even. Um, I am looking forward to the Army of Darkness though. So yeah, so now I got Sniper Elite and 5, which I'll play the shit out of that. I got Army of Darkness, or Evil Dead the game. I'll play the shit out of that. I gotta enter my codes in though for the oh, what are they?
Savini Ash and the S Mart.
S Mart and the Gallant Ash.
Oh yeah, I got Savini Ash with mine too. Yeah, yeah, I got those.
Yeah, so it's
That game and I aren't speaking right now, so
no
no.
bad news.
It's just, I mean, it borders on unfair.
You got to go back to the Army of Darkness for the Android.
I do, but no, that's a cakewalk in the teapot compared to that thing.
Oh, I finished that one today.
Yeah,
When I
again,
say when I say finished, I beat all 50 levels the day after we were talking about it last time. I then had to max out and buy everything because you can play on continuous mode then after that. And today I finally bought the last thing. So I'm like, well, I can
well, you're done.
I can I've been able to continually play to the point where my phone locks up because so much is going on. So after a while, I got to let myself die just so I can collect the money. So I'm like, well, it's not fun anymore. So
You might want to play it again someday.
yeah, someday I might. You can go in and reset it. So it's funny though. I'll go. You can't buy any coin. Not that I would anyways, but you can't buy any coins and you can't like do anything because it just doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
but that's the cool thing about that game. I found the APK on the archive website. I put it on my phone, and I was able to play that game fully without a problem. Imagine a mobile game today if you tried doing that.
No, you can't. You
You
can't play them now.
Yeah, if you don't have connection to the server, you are hosed. It's unfortunately that's just the way gaming is, and it sucks. Like look at Stadia for example, and this is not a positive comment. It's all
Oh, you're gonna lose your nickel.
well, I'll say something positive afterwards. But they had a very good month of game releases. I think I got 6 free games out of all the games they released. But I mean, actual games I'll probably play. Well, no, I got like 6 free games, 3 of which I'll probably play. But still, it's better than normal. But if you don't have internet, like I was on the plane, there's a couple Stadia games I had where I'm like, oh, it would have been cool if I could somehow like download Far Cry 6 to my phone because I got that Kishi controller that lets me play it like a Switch. I'm like, it would have been cool to play on the plane, but I'm not going to pay for internet, and their internet's probably not good enough to do it anyways. So that's a downfall to these streaming systems. Actually, I did end up playing a Sega game. I don't know if the microphone picked that up. I hope it didn't. That was my stomach. Ooh.
We'll just say it was some kind of bear got into your house.
That might have been a bear. I might have ate one this last week without knowing. I feel like I did. Dieted for 2 months. Went to New Orleans for 4 days. Came back a pound heavier than 3 months ago.
Just that easy.
Yeah, that was amazing. I got a feeling I got a wicked excursion waiting for me still. But and by excursion I mean exit-ursion. Urgent exit.
Oh,
It was
well,
bad.
well done.
They can't all be gold. But yeah, so that was a download. But one thing, so on the flight down, I couldn't do it, but I just watched TV and stuff on my phone. But on the way up, so in the last night in the hotel, I was smart. I already had emulators on my phone, and I'm like, oh, well, I think I got ROMs on my phone too from when I was, because I got that backup thing I showed you where I can put cartridges in, and so I'm like, oh, I had to get the emulator. That's what it was. I backed up some of my stuff, but I didn't have the emulator, so I just brought an emulator down out the store, and I played. What did I play? Oh, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Sega Genesis one, the arcade style one, and that kept me busy for a while. But then I found out about the TV show stuff too, and started doing that again. I mean, I knew about it. I shouldn't say found out. Found out on the way down, utilized it more on the way up. But once again, airplane. It came full circle. I went back to the airplane.
You did. You're a master.
That worked out pretty good. And we're at 32 minutes.
Oh, yeah,
That's pretty
that's
good.
that.
Should we call it at 32 minutes or should we go an hour?
You stop at 32.
All right.
Can't keep up this manic pace forever.